Hi, and welcome back to the world's greatest podcast. I'm Lloyd.
And I'm JD.
And no one's on this week.
Yeah, it's
me and him again, guys.
yeah,
Hi, guys.
2 episodes
I
in
think
a
we
row.
should false advertise this episode. So, like, we'll put that we have a guest, and then when they come in, it's just like me. Hi, guys.
We'll advertise that we have somebody like uber popular on.
like Tom Cruise or some shit.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. I don't like Tom Cruise.
You don't like Tom
I
Cruise?
like his movies. Don't like him.
You don't like him because what?
He's crazy.
His Scientology
Yeah, he's
stuff?
fucking nuts, man. The guy's nuts. I watched a documentary about him, and it blew my mind. His life has not been good.
No?
No.
It's not been good. I'm sorry. I make tons of movies and buckets of cash.
They like
but
control
my
his
life's
life. They like.
Oh, yeah,
They control
yeah.
his money. They control what he does. The movies he gets because of them.
Yeah.
It's. I'd rather not be famous.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of
They basically
celebrity.
do that thing, right? Where when you join, you have to that bullshit little meter, and you have to tell them all your stuff, all like your life, like, and that's how they get you. Blackmail. Like
Yeah.
John Travolta, he did it, didn't
Yeah.
he? And he finally told them to go fuck themselves, and that's when they came out telling everyone he was gay, even though he was gay. They outed him because he told them no more. I don't give a fuck. But they had information on him. They're fuckers. Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to say that word.
It's all good.
But they really are.
So they're blackmailing these guys. So John Travolta's not in it anymore?
No, he told him to do one.
Yeah.
And there's a woman that was, I don't know, watch the whole thing. You can watch it on
Yeah.
Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix. It's called Scientology. It's mainly about Tom Cruise and because he has a huge role in Scientology, and it's really messed up how they have him. Great. It's really good.
Yeah.
But his life was horrible. Honestly, I'd rather be poor. I'd rather be Oliver Twist than him.
Yeah.
He's
Because they do like what? Like
they broke up his relationships.
yeah,
like his
how much force you have in your body, like Jedis and some
but
garbage like
they
that.
broke up his relationships and stuff.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah. They really control your life.
Yeah.
It's all about money.
Well, yeah. I mean, they take a good chunk of the money, but
And
I
it's
mean,
really mental.
Yeah.
Basically, there's this god like Zoklar or something, and like he like
is his name seriously Zolkar?
yeah, it's like
Zoltan.
And you have to, you literally have to pay for that information, like thousands and thousands of dollars. And it's like, and that's when John Travolta was like, yeah. And like, there's a couple of guys that were on there that had been to the top, and they were like, this is all loco poco.
Yeah. But,
What?
yeah. What's her name? Ray.
What?
King of Queens. The girl off the
I don't know
show
what I was
King of
watching.
Queens.
Yeah.
She just left Scientology.
She was in Scientology?
Yeah, she was a Scientologist as well.
Oh. Yeah, they're nut jobs, man.
Yeah.
But they're actually like bad people.
Yeah.
Like control people's
But
lives.
it's funny, you have to pay all that money to find out that what's his name? Zoltan is their god.
Yeah.
And that
And it gets really bad,
but
though.
what
Like,
about Google? Like,
John
can't you Google
Travolta-
that stuff now?
I think it was Travolta, one of his exes who was originally with, who he may have had a baby with. She was like slave to Scientology. Like they have a big hotel in America that is all Scientology, and there's literally slaves in there. They take all their like human rights away, and they took her baby away when they was born. She had to sleep on an old mattress, and she ran away.
Yeah.
And she talks a lot in the documentary about the stuff that she went through, and she was like raped.
That's crazy.
She was beat. Like she was told that she was worthless. They were made to do chores and like scrub stuff all day long. Like they were just kept in horrible conditions.
They must have different like holds on places. There must be places that the Scientology church is big.
Well,
and they've
basically,
big
they got so much
organization.
money so quick that they were able to scam the government even because they weren't paying taxes. And the guy refused to pay the taxes. And even when the IRS came and got him, he got the IRS and he won. And they are now a known religion and they don't pay taxes. And all the money that comes out of these famous people goes straight into Scientology's thing.
Yeah.
They did a thing. One of their churches in America owned over $13 billion. One. And they have over 53 churches through America.
Yeah. Well, they actually have a church here.
Yeah.
You want to hear something
Yeah,
funny? Is you know where that church is?
No.
You know where the tattoo studio was?
Oh, yeah.
It's right across the
is it
street.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right next to the Asian massage
so they
parlor.
actually have quite a bit of power and quite a bit of money, and it's quite scary because they do have slaves. And if you watch this documentary, it's not a conspiracy theory.
No,
They keep people locked up in this hotel, and this woman got away, and she was friends with, even John Travolta says what she went through is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
So, that's a bunch of caca-poo.
Yeah.
How did we get onto Tom Cruise that quick? Wow. Wow.
You went there right away.
I know.
You wanted to bait switch. We're going to bait switch the episode. We were going to put Tom Cruise's picture there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So now we are going to put Tom
Now we are going to put Tom
and
Cruise. We should. Epic.
Special guest, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he was here.
Little disclaimer.
Read the fine print, guys.
Yeah, always read the fine print.
But really good documentary. Like
Yeah.
I said, you can get it on Netflix. So anyone that wants to...
Do you know the name off the top of your head?
Yeah, Scientology.
It's just
if
Scientology.
If you type that word in the Netflix thing, it's one of those documentaries that's named exactly what it's about.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Yeah.
It's actually it's a feature documentary. Like it was...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it did, you know, it had a bunch of advertisements when it came out. It came out sometime last year.
Yeah.
So, but it's phenomenal.
Interesting.
And I think it's the first one of its kind where you get to see the actual inside of some of these places that Scientology own, and it's just abysmal.
Yeah. You get little bits and pieces, right? Like, that's all I know.
Yeah, but people are easy to look past it until they see it.
Yeah.
It's like that animal thing that shows people how, you know, their chicken nuggets were made, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, the chickens were, you know, well, you were told for years that they were kept like that, you know, no one cared.
Yeah.
And then you see it and you really realize what is going on.
Yeah.
You realize, you know, the terror.
You know, but people make that choice to go in there, I think, a little bit.
To go in where?
Into Scientology, all that kind
You
of
know,
stuff. It's a conscious choice.
A lot of the people, they feed off of people that don't have something in their life, right?
Yeah.
And in this day and age, it's kind of easy. There's, you know, depression's at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Anxiety's at an all-time high. And they take those things away, right? They give you an out. And I think for some people, they like it. Just like any religion, though. Gives you an out.
Yeah.
Gives you something to believe in. Gives you something to make you feel better. You know? It's like Ricky Gervais has been saying lately. On Facebook, sorry. It's just Coca-Cola. It's killing me. He's been, I don't know, because a lot of people have been going at him about how he's an atheist.
Yeah.
And so an atheist isn't someone that doesn't believe in God. An atheist is someone that needs proof that there's a God. There's a difference. You know, a religious person is someone that gives faith that there is a God. An atheist is someone that needs fact that there is a God. And it doesn't mean that I don't believe. I'm just waiting for some facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like I say that you're talking shit. Yeah. I'm just waiting for someone a little bit better than someone telling me that he's there. Right. And that's the only difference. You know, and I feel like, I don't know, it's misheard. You know, a lot. But, yeah, I really, a lot of people hold on to religion for that hope, really. And I think that's what Scientology does for people. It's a new, you know, they are calling themselves a religion now. They are based as a religion now. So a lot of people are like, you know, and there's a lot of gullible people in the world.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are scared, honestly.
If there's people that would call paid programming at 3 a.m, there's people that would join Scientology. And that's just a fact.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people that are scared at the end that there's nothing, and that's why religion is so prevalent in society.
Yeah, but then you get someone like Tom Cruise, and you'll see it gripped him, man. It's his whole life now. Like, it makes me feel sick. It's just like, ugh.
But now, like I think you indicated last week, I don't know if we talked about it on the cast or not, that you can make clones if you have enough money of whatever out of China.
Yeah, but we knew that anyway. I think we all look past things like that too. We know that science has come to a point now where we're doing some crazy shit, and I think people kind of get tunnel vision.
But you were saying this is a corporation that, what was it? If you pay X amount of dollars, you can get, you know, your pet duplicated.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I was reading some stuff on science that there's actually people there, and this has been for like the last 10 years, because, you know, there's stuff we don't know about. You know, if you can't pay for it, you don't know about it. You can go and decide what your kid looks like, thinks like, what he's going to be like.
Right.
Personality-wise.
Yeah.
Will he be smart? Will he be good at rocket fucking manufacturing? Like, literally, there's famous people out there that have designed their child.
Are they manipulating the genes?
Yeah, it's all gene manipulation.
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing, I think.
Well, we all know what's going on, but everyone kind of looks past it, you know. And it's like that, you know, another conspiracy theory coming at you, like that island off of. I'm not sure where in America it is. I'm not too. This is a new one for me, and I've been looking up to it lately because a lot of stuff's been coming out because all that stuff keeps washing up on the beach, right? Of like pigs with like I don't know, weird hairy hooves and just like animals you've never seen before,
right?
You know, because they're testing on animals. Why wouldn't they be? Like, come on, let's be honest. Like, let's really think about it now. The government doesn't care what we know. They don't care, you know, they don't care how little we know.
Well,
they're
do care what you know. But
yeah, but they don't care how little we know. Sorry, I should have put that wrong. But, so, you know, they're fine with people. Like, conspiracy theory makes people think they're crazy. So as soon as they're like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, everyone's like, oh, it's bullshit, it's crazy. But it's not, really. If you owned the government and you had all that power, you wouldn't test on animals? Of course you would. You're not going to test on humans.
Yeah.
And they're probably testing on humans too. Like, you know, all the movies we watch, that's probably all reality in a sense. Because we have corporations that do that. We have banks that don't have any laws. We have banks that give to the American bank.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work? Who governs those guys? You know?
Oh, it's like the central
scary.
bank and all that
It's
kind of
scary
stuff.
that there's guys out there that work for these corporations and they have no boundaries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does murder even exist to these guys? Like, who knows? You know, if you pee him off, you could be dead tomorrow and you would never know.
Yeah.
And you always hear of guys that push the limits and do web search in these conspiracy theories and they go missing and everyone's like, oh, it's probably because he was on loop anyway.
Yeah.
And it all goes with it. It works for the government in a sense, doesn't it? Because it's like, makes you look crazy.
Well, it's like...
and if you actually think about what they could be doing with the power and the money that they have, it does make you go crazy.
What I had written down, it was a couple weeks ago now. You know, we don't always hit the topics that we were looking to do.
Never.
But there was a UFO sighting, a mass UFO sighting in Los Angeles. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah.
So
this guy.
Well, the funny part,
this guy's seen it.
the funny part was though, is that which I found interesting was that the government was like, oh yeah, we were testing Hercules missiles.
Oh, they do all sorts of shit. Weather balloons, my favorite. Hey, Jordie, weather balloon.
No, but I mean...
but this is the thing too, and there's more coming out now, but me and Jordie have been into this stuff for years, and we have seen footage that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's already out. It's been out for 20-odd years. You can watch a UFO touch down in Jerusalem, and it's the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen. And it, like, blows up with a fucking shoot of light.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one that turns into a cross in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the biggest sighting in the world was actually over LA, and the ship was over 14 football fields long, and over 300,000 people called the police saying that they seen this massive thing. It was the biggest sighting ever. I watched a whole documentary about it. It was huge. It like blacked out the skies that went over Los Angeles.
Yeah.
We don't even talk about it now. Over 300,000 people saw that and called, but it's still bullshit. They still don't exist.
Yeah.
Weather balloon.
But what I found interesting about this last UFO sighting in Los Angeles is that they were quick to say, yeah, we're testing missiles.
Yeah.
Usually the government doesn't tell you things like we're testing missiles. That's the last thing they want to do.
That's the last resort, yeah. But I feel that, you know, the government couldn't just be like, hey, by the way, aliens exist. Everyone would be pandemonium. But, you know, people wouldn't take it so well. There's people like me that would be like, oh, yeah, I kind of knew anyway.
Yeah.
But there'd be people that really wouldn't take it that well.
Yeah.
And all the shows coming out, you know, you got Ancient Aliens, you got all these documentaries, and we all know the government can somewhat, you know, even though we live in, you know, what isn't a dictatorship apparently, they still control what comes on TV.
Yeah.
They still control what's said. I feel they release this information and allow it to be shown because it gets you ready, in a sense. You're watching shows about aliens, so it's not as ridiculous as it was before you were watching shows about aliens. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even if you're still not a believer, deep down inside, you've still got that thing in your head that they could exist.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. There's a lot of science behind it. And I feel like that's because maybe somewhere down the line we'll
So what are you saying? It's like a controlled release?
Yeah.
That the government's releasing it slowly in order to
well,
build up your
Jordie knows as
tolerance?
well as, you know, he knows me. I believe in a lot of crazy crap.
Yeah.
I believe that we've known about aliens since the space program. I believe that they're in control a lot of America's government. I believe that they're mentally stronger and different to what we think. Like, there's a lot of things that I've investigated. I think that's extra dimensional, not so much coming out of space, coming out of different dimension.
Right.
So it's a lot easier for them to be here. And I don't think it's as good as what like some people think of aliens, like, oh, it's going to be like a new race of people that came to seek us out. I feel like they've been seeking us out already and we're kind of controlled in that sense. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what I believe in. A lot of people think I'm crazy for it, but, you know, there's a lot of evidence. If you really want to look into this stuff, there's a lot of evidence that can put that way.
Well, there's too many inhabitable planets and stars out there for stuff not to exist.
That's impossible,
elsewhere.
that there can't be another planet. But also, we know about extra dimensions, and there's been a lot of stuff that's come out with people escaping from Area 51, gone missing, about extra dimensional beings and about how they can control, you know, who we are.
Yeah.
You know, the mind's easily controlled as it is.
Yeah.
There's humans out there that control other people's minds just with sales techniques.
Well, look at Scientology.
Exactly. So, you know, I believe that, there's a lot of hierarchy there. I'm a big Illuminati believer. I'm a big kind of, you know, like the old book of the Bible, the Enoch testimony, you know, where the devil was sent to earth with all the angels and there's a bloodline for Satan, all that crap.
Yeah.
I believe in it all.
Fair enough. So the UFO over LA, what do you think? You saw the footage?
I think it's a UFO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think it was a missile?
No, not at all.
No?
Missiles don't do that. They go up and down. They don't fly around. They flew around for a bit, that one.
Right.
And over LA.
Yeah.
No, I've been watching them, you know, every time for me it's a UFO. You know, some of them are like better than others. Like the one in Germany that turns into a big cross.
Yeah.
The fuck is that? What kind of missile is that? Cross missile? Just blows up in the sky and does a big cross? No.
Yeah.
You know, the big spirals that are going on in Norwegian?
Yeah.
Those are crazy. What are those? Another missile? Weather balloon?
That's what I mean. Like, I just found it weird that they were quick to say, "Oh yeah, we're military testing."
Yeah, well, and it's like,
why wouldn't they announce that stuff before?
The truth is almost right there in the lie.
Yeah.
You know, even when like Roswell happened.
Yeah.
Okay, the first press release, and that was before we had any police for aliens or any Area 51 because we didn't really have much alien thing there, right? So the first press release was a saucer dropped in desert. What was the next press release? Day afterwards, weather balloon.
Yeah.
24 hours. How'd you get a saucer and a weather balloon mixed up? You don't. They knew they had to cover this up, so they did. And since that day, not only have we grown in technology amazingly, you're telling me that the time it took us to get to Roswell, we were growing pretty slow. You know, 50s, things were getting there. We had toasters, joy. After then, we just expanded. Like, come on, we grew in 50 years like that. It was insane. Like, we just got all this technology. And like even now, like some of the documentaries I watch, there's documents that have come forward with president signatures on them with another race of being saying that they'll give us technology and they can test on us.
Right.
So I don't know if those are true. They sound pretty far-fetched, but it's signed by our president. And they've had like signature guys come in and be like, well, that's signed by the president. It's not a forgery. So, you know.
Yeah, but you can't really tell that unless it's documented.
That's what you get, though. You get all these people like, you can't tell. You don't know. But I believe it. You know, why would someone go...
But that goes back to that Ricky Gervais thing. Like, I want some hard fact. Like, you know, ghosts,
but how hard can the facts get? Because we're getting footage and people are still like, nah. Yeah. Nah. People see it come over them in Los Angeles and they're still like, nah. Yeah. Only 300,000 people called the police. More people saw it.
Yeah. But I mean, light in the sky is one thing. It's the problem is video manipulation is easy, right? If I want to,
but if you physically saw it yourself, people are still saying no. Yeah. That wasn't that though.
Okay, you know,
that's the human mind though.
Yeah. Seeing things is one thing, but what I'm getting at is that something like, you know, here, right? We can throw up a green screen.
Yeah.
Right? We can tape some stuff and we can edit it to look like...
We can.
You know.
But that's where you've kind of got to like have a wits about you in a bit and kind of know what you're looking for.
But that's what I'm saying is makes it difficult.
It does. But that's fine. You know, everything's difficult. But it's almost like now we're at a point where even when people see something for themselves, they still don't believe it.
Right.
It's almost like I could put a fucking alien in front of you and you'd be like, no, man, that's... makeup. You know, you'd never believe it. People would never believe it because you still get people that were there watching that Los Angeles one and they're like, no, maybe it was a missile. There's people that would believe that.
Yeah. But it's because we're getting better at creating stuff to deceive people. Like I don't know if you've seen the viral video where
when you see something for your eyes and to believe that was a missile, you got to be retarded.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, even drones. Like we have drones now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how hard would it be?
And
to mock one of those up to look like a spaceship.
It is hard to argue with you with the modern day stuff because it's but okay, let's go back. Let's go back to Roswell.
Yeah.
We couldn't hide shit then. We didn't. We just said it was a weather balloon. And we still have people that have parts of the wreckage. That ain't a weather balloon.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Yeah.
We all know it ain't. We didn't have the technology to...
I'm not denying the possibility of aliens. I'm not denying that in the slightest.
I'm denying that people's will deny till the bitter end.
Yeah.
Because we have enough proof already.
Like I said, I would rather see something like solid fact video. You know, we've talked about Sasquatch before, like the alert-based Sasquatch.
It's never going to happen, though. It's never going to happen.
It should,
because there's things that we don't know. And this is what bothers me. It's like science it comes so far every year. But every year we make the last year's scientists look stupid.
Yeah.
Every year we find out we were wrong.
Yeah.
And in my opinion... we already know that reality, we don't understand it. We don't understand what's going on around us. We don't understand a lot of things. So there could be an answer to all of it. But I don't think catching it on camera is the answer. I don't think it is.
I think that's going to be helpful, right?
I don't think so.
I talk about ghost hunters. And
it doesn't matter how good that Bigfoot looks. It doesn't matter if I went and found the real one right now. There will always be some guy out there, nah, that's fake.
Yeah.
That's fake.
Oh, there will always be skeptics.
Yeah, always.
There will always be skeptics. But what I'm saying is if you have some good quality footage, right, that obviously is not... I can guarantee
you there's an American out there that could get his ass kicked by Sasquatch and then come back and say he got beat up by a guy in a Sasquatch suit.
Yeah.
I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It don't get more real than that. He just kicked your ass.
Well, I mean, let's talk about the States. I mean, Americans are really good at hunting things, whatever, big game, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we've had this talk, though. I can go all day about Sasquatch. I believe they're in a very remote forest. I believe they're... See,
well, it's like the Alert Bay one. The Alert Bay one we talked about, right? People were seeing him, all that kind of stuff. Nobody got any photographs. He's on an island where there's no animals, so he's got nothing to eat. And I said, and I'll say it again, if he eats one of the villagers, I'll believe it. If they catch him on film eating some villager,
no, I could get right behind you, because I can do for and against for this. Yeah. But there is science stuff that makes me wonder. There's certain things that could be happening here. Yeah. You know, there's hominid bones that we find all the time where we have missing links, right? The hominid bones. None of those are human bones. They're all hominid bones. They're not even the same DNA wise. Yeah. Even if you wanted that to turn into a human, it never would, because it's not a human. Yeah. They're not our ancestors. They never were our ancestors and never will be our ancestors. They're a complete different species. At some point in history, that species stopped showing up. Yeah. We don't know why, but then we came. Yeah. All of a sudden, the different genus came and there's humans. Now we're finding human bones. I don't know. It's not, it's not hard to believe that we pushed out this other race after we were created, after we were formed, after whatever happened in the formation of us, which I think was from another race, just like we clone crap now. It's not hard to believe they took something that already existed and put a little something extra into it. Boom, bam, bosh. Yeah. Bob's your uncle. There's Lloyd. Yeah. So, but and something like that, something so prehistoric, of course it doesn't want to, it got pushed out into the thing. Why would it want to be seen? It's good at not being seen. There's guys out there that can hunt you and not be seen. Yeah. You can get tracked by a cougar, a 300-pound fucking cat, and not know it before it bites your fucking face off. Yeah. I don't think it's that far-fetched that this animal could be better than a human at not being found. Yeah. And you're right, the government would probably have found it, but why would they have told us? Just like aliens, they ain't told us nothing. And there's guys that live in BC, and he claims he sees them all the fucking time, right? They're claims. Yeah. All right, bullshit claims. But he had the military come through and shot something in the woods. He has footage of helicopters coming over his land. He lives in the middle of nowhere in BC. Yeah. There's no reason for fucking justice out there. And they shot something. Teams, squads, you can hear them all. They're going through the forest. You see all the lights. You see him shooting something, bringing it down. He said he hasn't seen one since. Yeah. He's like, I haven't seen one since. Yeah. There's stuff like that make you, and in that area in BC, there's actually a military thing. He shows you on camera. He takes you to the fence. It's a secret military base. You can't get in. It's all fenced off. There's stuff like that where it makes you wonder, maybe they know and we don't. Maybe they're just better at getting away from us than we think. Animals are good like that. Right. The Alert Bay one, though, we haven't seen till today. Yeah. I was watching a wicked documentary about the jungle. They just found this jungle inside of a dead volcano in Papua New Guinea. And the animals that are inside have never been able to get out because there's only one way in. You fly in. That's the only way you can get in because it's a crater. There's animals in there they've never even fathomed. Yeah. But you see, once you're in, right? What I'm getting at is the Alert Bay is a little tiny island. If they had them, bullshit though. Yeah. I don't believe all of them. Yeah. But I do believe some cases of another hominid on the earth. If it was a vast thing, if it was like the Amazon rainforest we were talking about, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't believe in all the crap. But I'm talking about things like, the Alert Bay one. They said they was throwing trees at them. It was all this kind of stuff. Yeah, you probably just did too many mushrooms or something. Yeah. I don't know. When you're on a small island. Well, like I said, it was funny because the one guy they were interviewing had a giant stack of beers. So yeah. So that one I'm right with you. Yeah. There's not much to go on, and if I'm in. They would be able to find them on that. Yeah, but I'm in for the real science of that there might be some other hominid out there that is lurking about. Oh, sure. Why not? Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if we have bones of old hominids, there's no reason to believe there's groups of people out there that haven't been found. Exactly. Tribes that live wherever they live, and nobody knows they exist. And then when you do things like try to land a plane nearby them, they shoot. They basically attack it because they don't know what the heck that is. And there's still uncharted parts of our forest where people walk through and they get these events that happen to them, and it might be real. Yeah. It just might have happened. Yeah, I'm right there with them. Yeah, I'm a believer. Unite. Yeah. But like I said, in this day and age with cell phones and stuff like that, it is hard. Stuff should come to light a lot more because people have the access to record stuff all the time. Yeah, but I think it's those people that are going out to find this crap. They're not the cell phone. They're not. I don't know. The people it's happening to are just people that live in the fucking woods. Yeah. They don't have cell phones, do they?
Yeah.
They just live in the bloody woods.
Yeah. But they've got Facebook and they post it on Facebook. But there is something you should watch. Survivor Man just did a Bigfoot thing that you should watch on Discovery Channel. Yeah.
He just did it, and he's not for or against it. He went there as a neutral party for the science to see these people that are talking shit. What is going on? And he did see some very cool stuff. It's the cool. Yeah. He watched it. It is the coolest Bigfoot thing I've seen.
Yeah.
And if you want to see some real footage of some hominids living in the jungle, watch that one. And he tries to debunk everything the entire way through. He's very So
but that's what you need to do. You need to be balanced.
On Discovery Channel. Watch it.
But anyways,
we just ran that completely out on Bigfoot. Wanker of the week is Starbucks for not putting Merry Christmas on the cup. I know you're against it, but.
Well, I just said it's not the biggest foul in the world, but
it's not the biggest foul in the world. But come on, guys, you just caused that. But you're right, it was kind of a marketing scheme. If it was, then touche.
Yeah, they got a lot of good marketing out of it.
Yeah.
So
I'm Lloyd.
Again, wrapping up another week.
Lloyd.
JD.
Peace.
See ya.
Merry Christmas.